Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening. I guess I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Yes. Okay. So, first of all, welcome to the session. Welcome to Khan Global Studies. And last day, there was one question from one of you, I think from Neelu, that gave some strategy session for mains answer writing or mains preparation. So today we are going to talk about that those of you who are preparing for mains, how you can prepare for it. I am going to talk about both type of students, those who are preparing for 25 and those who are preparing for 2026. Okay. So in today's session, the topics which we are going to discuss, first we are going to discuss about this mains preparation, that those who are preparing for this year mains, how you can do that, we will talk about it. Second thing, we will also see some practice question. Now last day I have given you a question also to write a model answer, to write an answer that was about discuss the issues with respect to AI or discuss the potential of AI in health sector and also highlight the issues with respect to that. So we are going to talk about that one also. Then from the news article section, we have this one, the part of GS1 society, and that is gender index. The second one is also part of GS paper 1, urbanization. This is also part of GS paper 1, urbanization and its challenges. The third topic which we are going to talk about is from environment section, GS paper 3. It is related to energy, environment, health. Multiple dimensions are associated here. And at the same time, we are going to talk about one topic from the IR section, that is IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency. So we are going to talk about all these four topics in today's class. Okay. So let's start our discussion. First, we are going to talk about this one topic, that those of you who are preparing for mains, what should be your strategy, like how you can prepare for the mains, what should you be doing and what you should not be doing. So let us talk about this part. Today we are there on 13th of June. Okay. So you have got near about 70 days. So out of this 70 days, what you can do is, for the last 10 days, it is only for revision and practice. The last 10 days is only for revision and practice. That is not very much useful. That is only for revision and practice. So in the 60 days which you have, what you have to do is, like, first of all, like if we distribute this part, let's say you have one thing called a GS paper, then you have essay, and then you have optional. So on daily basis, optional is something which you will have to do on daily basis. There are two papers and these are the most scoring subjects. So in this part, what you have to do is, you have to write all the previous year questions which you have. Second thing which you have to do is, you have to revise the notes, revise and update notes. Okay. This is the second part. Plus, as much as you can practice with the help of test series or practice. So this is one thing which you have to do for optional. Optional is one part which you can use to get like a very good score. You can score over 300 also in optional, and that is going to give you a good rank in the selection. So for optional, you have this one thing. Just go through the previous year question. Here you can go for the previous year question of last 25 to 30 years. That is going to be useful. There are certain concepts, there are certain theories, and for that you can solve the previous year questions also. Second part is essay. Just look at this, last 12 years into 8 topics. So you have got around 96 topics. You have got around 96 topics. So even if you have done 70 topics out of these 96, even if you have created a structure on 70 of the topics out of 96, you won't have to worry in the examination. Okay. So do this one part daily, 90 minutes daily. 90 minutes you have to allot daily. What you have to do, take one topic, take just one topic and make a theme for that in 30 minutes. Make a structure of that in 30 minutes and write that essay in 60 minutes. Okay. So what you have to do, 30 minutes, that is something which you can do for making the structure of it, and 60 minutes that you have to do for writing. So if you give 90 minutes per day there, if you give 90 minutes per day there, then your work will be done with respect to essay. For optional paper, let's say you are giving 3 hours per day or 4 hours per day, 3 to 4 hours per day, this will be required here. 3 to 4 hours per day you will require here for writing, revising, writing, revising. This is one thing which you will need. Then after this portion, now you have GS paper, paper 1 and 4. We have got 60 days for this. So paper 1 and 4, make a target of completing them in 20 days. Make a target of completing them within the 20 days. So here again you will require some time. Let's say you are doing like, let's say for GS paper 1, you are giving 3 hours per day. So in those 3 hours, you can complete at least 3 themes. You can complete minimum of 3 themes or 4 themes. If you are completing 4 themes per day, then for GS paper 1, within 20 days, you would be able to cover more than 60 plus themes. And in GS paper 1, if you have like completed 60 plus themes, then most of your portion is done. Okay. So 3 to 4 themes per day, 60-70 themes are there. Once you prepare that, your preparation for GS paper 1 is done. So here you will require around 3 hours plus 2 hours. Means you will have to give 5 hours per day for GS. 5 hours here, 4 hours here, 9 hours plus 1.5 hour for essay. You will require of course 10 hours per day. Why? Because it is mains exam. From writing to doing all these things, you have to do the self-study of around 8 to 10 hours. Now you may say that it is too much, but yes, it is UPSC exam. You have to give this much of time. So this is one thing. And then after that, paper 2 and paper 3. Here you may require up to like 30 to 35 days. Even if you are giving 5 hours per day, this is one very important and very like a comprehensive topic. There are so many subjects, so many themes, so many current oriented themes. So that you will have to cover on daily basis. Plus after that, 1 hours of current affairs. 1 hours of current affairs you can see, or you can like read from your side on daily basis. That will be sufficient. So this is one thing which those people have to go who are going for mains 2025. Here again you have to write also, you have to revise also, previous year question also, test series also, all these things can be used here. Okay. So this is one part which you will have to do for the mains. This is for 2025 aspirants. Okay. For 2026 aspirants, those who are going for 2026, and you want to make sure that next year when you are going for prelims, you should also clear mains as well as secure rank. So you have to work from right now. Okay. Of course, you can take a screenshot. I will just get side from here. You can take a screenshot of this. Yeah. So this is for those who are going for 2025. So I hope you have taken it. Now, come to the second portion, 2026. So for 2026, what you have to do? See, today in the morning, in the Adhyan batch also, we were talking about this. That those people who are going for 2026, these 6 months are very crucial for you. In the morning session, in the Adhyan batch session, I have also given some themes. And in the next week, I will add more themes there also. Okay. So what you have to do, like you have GS paper 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 things which you have to prepare. There are 3 things which you have to prepare right now. Okay. And also plus essay also. Plus essay also. So what you have to do, just do one simple task. Take the previous year question from 2013 to 2024. From here, you will find that for each year, now you have 12 years of question paper. From this itself, you will be able to identify the themes. You will be able to identify the themes. Now do one thing. Select 60 themes each from paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. 60 plus 60 plus 60. In total, make about 180 themes. How you can take the themes? You can take it from previous year question. From paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3. Collect 60 themes from each of the paper. And start making notes for it. Start making notes for it. Those who are going in 25, I know that you may have already prepared the notes. You may have already done it. Now for those who are going in 2026, what you have to do? Let me give you one simple example. Okay. Suppose you are preparing any such topic. Let us say in geography. In geography, you are preparing a topic of cyclone. Okay. In geography, you are preparing a topic of cyclone, tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclone. So how or what dimensions you have to cover for the mains? First, you will try to understand that how it originates, where it originates, what are the components of it, how it moves from sea to land, then impact of cyclone, then cyclone and climate change, cyclone and climate change and global warming, naming of cyclone, then you will also see this part that what are the mitigation approaches, then you will also see that what new schemes or what new technological changes, or when we are trying to forecast a cyclone and all, so what new advancements have been there? So new advancements, okay. And then some major historical cyclones plus recent example. So this is how you prepare a mains theme. If you have to prepare a theme wise notes for mains, this is how you prepare it. Once you have done it, you will never have any difficulty with respect to content. You will be able to write any answer with respect to tropical cyclone. Whether they're asking from recent things, whether they're asking from traditional thing, whether they're asking about the disaster related impact of it or anything. If you have got this, if you have covered the topics like this, your syllabus will be done. When you are going for mains, will not only be confident, you will be super confident about your content, about your preparation. So in this manner, what you have to do is, you have to identify 180 themes. 180 themes. Right now, this is the month of June. We are here on 13th June 2025. In this year, you have more than 180 days. You have in fact 200 days approximately. You have got around 200 days approximately. And in these 200 days, even if we subtract 20 days for Holi, Deepavali, Dasara, Durga Puja, Chhath and all. So even if we subtract 20 days, your birthday, your friend's birthday also, okay, my birthday is gone, so not my birthday. So even if you prepare that for 180 days, one topic per day, then also you would be able to cover your entire main syllabus. This will require around 2 hours of your self-study per day. This would require 2 hours of self-study. But if you do it for 180 days, 180 days means 360 hours. If you have dedicated yourself for only 360 hours, then you will not have to worry about a single thing for the mains. Okay. So I hope this is something which all of you can do. Previous year themes will not ask again. Tell me about this one thing. I think now you are clear that what I am talking about the themes. Samman Bhardwaj. See, when I am saying that themes which are there, the cyclone is a theme. On cyclone theme, question may have been asked in past also. Question may be asked in the present times also. So I am not saying to prepare the answer on the questions. I am saying to prepare the answer on the themes. Like in polity, there have been multiple questions in the last 12 years about the post of governor. But can you say that there will not be a question on governor now? There have been questions on federalism. So federalism is the theme. Parliament is one theme. So if you prepare your content as per this type of theme, then your mains will be done. Okay. So I think now this part is clear. Saman, that how you can prepare the themes or what theme I am talking about. About the themes, you can take it from previous year, and this is how you have to get the themes. The themes can be like federalism in India. Themes can be parliamentary efficiency in India. Themes can be with respect to governor in India. Themes can be speaker of the houses, anti-defection law. These are the themes. These are the themes which you have to do. And once you have completed this portion, once you have completed this task, for 2025, for 2026, your work will be done. Okay. So this is one strategy. Now see, this is my part. I can tell you the strategy. I have told you the simplest strategy for clearing mains. But this requires one single thing, consistency from your side. It is not a big task. It is not a big task. If you look at it, you have to allot only 2 hours per day. You have to allot only 2 hours per day. And the day you have completed 100 themes also, then also you would be very much confident. The day you have completed 100 themes, then also you will be very much confident. So this is one part about the themes. Now, let's come back to the topic for today. Let's start with some of the questions and then we will come to the topics again. So here we have this one question. Consider the following statement. High seas refer to the sea. High seas refer to the sea area beyond territorial sea. In high seas, no country has any right to do fishing. The third is saying the right to navigation in high seas is open to all states, including landlocked countries. The question is asking which of the statement given above is are not correct. So what will be answer here? Consider the following statement. High seas refer to the sea area beyond territorial sea. In high seas, no country has any right to do fishing. The right to navigation in high seas is open to all states, including landlocked countries. So which of the statement given above is are correct? C option, A option, A option, B option, C option. See, if we look at this, high seas refer to sea area beyond territorial sea. That is incorrect. It is the area beyond the exclusive economic zone. Okay. Beyond the territorial sea, we have the beginning of exclusive economic zone. And beyond the exclusive economic zone, we have the high seas. So first one is incorrect. Second is saying in high seas, no country has any right to do fishing. That is also incorrect. In high seas, countries can go for fishing also, navigation also, they can use the airspace also. Okay, so all these things are allowed. The right to navigation in high seas is open to all states, including landlocked countries. So that is correct. Right to navigation is allowed. So third one is correct. So now the question is asking which of them is are not correct. So answer will be option number A, 1 and 2 only. So here the answer will be A option, 1 and 2 only. Coming to the second, see, you can look at this area. This is the territorial sea. This is the exclusive economic zone, and beyond that we have the high seas. Now coming to question number 2. Consider the following statement. The women have ownership over 1/3 of agricultural land. Second is saying the Union General Assembly has declared 2025 as International Year of Women Farmer. Agricultural land in India. So which of the statement given above is are correct? This is question number 2. Beyond means uske aage, uske baad. So this is question number 2. The women have ownership over 1/3 of agricultural land in India. Second is saying the United Nations General Assembly has declared 2025 as the International Year of Women Farmer. So what will be the answer here? We have discussed this topic recently. D option, A option, B option, and A option. Okay. See, look at this. The UN General Assembly has declared 2026 as International Year of Women Farmer. So this one is incorrect. The women have ownership over 14% of agricultural land. It is only 14%. It is not 33% or 1/3. It is 14% now. Last day we have seen also that in India, the land ownership is quite low. It is 14% only. So here again, the answer will be D option. First one is also incorrect. Second is incorrect. So answer will be D option. Okay. Yesterday PDF was not uploaded. Okay, Shiv Shankar, I will ask the team to upload it. Okay. Now, coming to the third one, consider the following: Italy, Greece, Algeria, Spain. How many of the above countries share border with the Mediterranean Sea? First one is saying only one, only two, only three, all four. How many of them are sharing border with Mediterranean Sea? B option, D option, D option, C option. So if you have seen the map last day, we have seen a smaller country, Malta. You may have seen Italy was there, Greece was there, Algeria was there, Spain was there. So all four are correct here. All these four countries are sharing border with Mediterranean. Okay. So once last year we have discussed about this Mediterranean also, that what all countries are there, and even in last class we have seen that. Okay. Now let us there is one information for all of you. We are having this Adhyan batch. Okay. So we have already started classes in this. Okay. So we have started it and we are having 3 classes per day in our Adhyan batch. Okay. So we are having this 3 classes per week. Okay. And one of the class, okay, this is especially going to focus on answer writing. So here again, we are having this 3 classes per week, 1 class for answer writing. We are covering January 25 to mains 26 current affairs here. So we are covering this entire portion from January 25 to mains current affair. So this batch has already started from Monday. So we are like having 3 classes in here. Those who want to join, this is the time when you can join, so that later will not have too much of backlog. Okay. So this is one information for you. Okay. Now, coming to today's one more theme, that is model answer. Okay. That is this model answer. So Neelu, you were late in the beginning of the class today. We were discussing about the mains strategy. Mains strategy for 25 also, 26 also. So you are a little bit late. Okay. Now, coming to this one question, discuss the potential of AI in healthcare. Also highlight the challenges with respect to use of AI in healthcare. So tell me one thing, how many of you have written answer for this one? How many of you have written answer for this one? So tell me what dimensions you have included here. Last day I have explained this topic to you. I have told you that you have to write on this one topic. The question is saying, discuss the potential of AI in healthcare. Also highlight the challenges with respect to use of AI in healthcare. Okay. So here it is quite simple question. First of all, in the introduction, you can mention, what you can do is like, we know that what is artificial intelligence, but here the question is especially saying about healthcare. So there are certain different introduction which you can write. Okay. What you can do is, there are different way of writing the introduction. One thing is, you can simply define AI. Many of the people will do this thing. that they will define AI. Okay. Some people, what you can do is they can talk about a scope of AI in health. And one third portion is you can discuss about the challenges in health sector in India. You can mention that we have lesser availability of doctor, lesser number of labs or other things. So what you can do is you can mention the context of medical system, the context of medical system in India plus AI. So these are three possible introduction which you can mention here. Either you can go for simply defining what is AI, or you can go for defining especially the scope of AI in our healthcare sector. The third possible introduction is you can mention about some facts with respect to healthcare in India. That in India we are having lesser number of doctors per 1000 population. The labs are not available at many places, or the lab results are delayed. Okay. And in this context, the AI has the potential to revolutionize the healthcare sector in India. So this is one part. Now see here, the question is saying discuss the potential of AI in healthcare. So next part in the main body, what you will do is, question is saying discuss. So you cannot simply just write that AI will help in lab test. Okay. What you will have to do is, now you will give a subheading, potential of AI. Potential of AI in healthcare. Then you will write different points. First is you will write diagnosis. Then you will explain a little bit here that AI tools can provide quick diagnosis result and can also recommend multiple personalized healthcare solution for a particular patient. Okay. Or you can simply focus just on diagnosis, that AI can be used to diagnose a number of disease in a very fast and quick manner. It can run the problem with several databases and can predict multiple challenges. Okay. So this is one part. Second, you can put like this, new drug development. New drug development. Then you can put that personalized care. So in this manner, last day we have discussed about the various potential uses of AI. How you have to write the answer? First you will give the subheading potential of AI in healthcare. Then you will make single point over there, that first diagnosis, explain it a little. Second, new drug development, explain it a bit. Okay. So in this manner you will first highlight what are the different potential. Question itself is asking that highlight the challenges. So the next part which you will be doing here, you will mention the challenges. But see, it is saying highlight the challenges. The question is saying highlight the challenges. So you have to just mention it. You don't have to discuss it. You can just mention the challenges as point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So here you can just mention this part, that what are the different challenges with respect to AI in healthcare. Here you don't have to explain it, you have to just highlight it. Okay. And then there is an obligation on you. What is that obligation? That when you have mentioned the challenges, you have to also mention the solution. You have to mention the solution, you have to mention the way forward. So whatever challenges you have indicated here, in corresponding to that challenge, you have to mention the way forward, that how we can overcome these challenges. So this is how you have to frame the answer, and finally you have to write the conclusion. In conclusion, you will mention about the positives with caution. Even mentioned that, okay, it is very positive, but we have to take a cautionary approach with human oversight and a regulatory framework. Okay. So this is how you have to write the answer on this one topic. So tell me, did you get how to write it? And if you have you written it as per this, or you have deviated in the answer writing? आज लिख लेंगे, आज नया क्वेश्चन देंगे. Yes, Pragya, you have mentioned that introduction, potential of AI, challenges, way forward, conclusion. Correct. That is the format. But along with the format, you have to also keep this one thing in mind, that here it is saying discuss the potential. So we have to go in detail here. And second part, when it is saying highlight the challenges, so we have to narrow it down there. We have to just give the pointers. Okay. So that's good. Okay. So this is how you have to write the answer. Now, those who have not written it yet, I have just explained it to you. Now, even after that, you can try writing the same answer. And until unless you are satisfied with your own answer, keep on writing the same answer. Until unless you are satisfied by yourself, you can add some example, you can add some of the recent AI tools. Okay. So that is up to you. You can add that also. Okay, so we have discussed these part. First, we have discussed about the mains strategy 26, 25. Then we have discussed questions and this model answer. Now let us see the topics. First one is gender index. So first one topic which we are going to discuss is about the gender index. So what we see that this World Economic Forum, the World Economic Forum, it has come with the Global Gender Gap Report. This one has come with the Global Gender Gap Report. And again, in this Global Gender Gap Report, what we see that India's performance has not been quite good. Okay. Last year, India was ranked 129 out of 146 countries. This time, we are ranked 131 out of 148 countries. Okay. So in 2024, we were having the rank 129 out of 146. In 2025, we are having this 131 out of 148 countries. So this is our performance in gender gap report. Okay. Not only this 131 report, in fact, India is the lowest. India has got lowest rank in South Asia. India has got the lowest rank in South Asia, means Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan. They are in a better position as compared to India in this global gender gap report. So this global gender gap, if you look at the top countries, here, so on first number, we have Iceland. Then we have Finland, then we have Norway, United Kingdom, and New Zealand. These are the countries which are in the top list. Okay. Now, there are certain parameters. There are 4 parameters, very important parameters, on the basis of which they are evaluating it. So, what are those parameters? There are 4 parameters on the basis of which they decide this. One is economic participation. And opportunity. Although India's labor force participation has improved in the recent times. India's labor force participation has reached almost near 45.9% for women. But despite that, due to income like inequality, due to this, like you can see, the wealth inequality, India's ranking is quite poor in this category also. Then second part is educational attainment. Second part is this educational attainment. That is the second part. The third part, again very prominent, is the health and survival and political empowerment. Health and survival and political empowerment. So on these factors, what we see that there is a gender gap in India. We see that in our parliament, the representation of women is at a mere 14%. While in the local representation, while in our Panchayati Raj and urban areas, we have good representation. But in this case, our representation is quite poor. So due to which, this first topic which we can see from here is World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report. This is an annual report. Last year, our ranking was 129 out of 146. This year it is 131 out of 148 countries. We are the lowest ranked country in South Asia. Okay. If we look at the top performers, here we have Iceland, Finland, Norway, United Kingdom and New Zealand. And there are four parameters. There are four parameters on the basis of which this entire thing is decided. I hope you got the first part. Yes. Economic participation and opportunity. Okay. Could not understand. See, just to give you a context here, in Bangladesh and Pakistan, the representation of women in their parliament is more than us. It is like 20% or even somewhat higher. In Pakistan and in Bangladesh, the representation of women is higher. So that is one thing. Okay. Now, coming to the next part, coming to the next topic, that is of urbanization. Okay. So next part is urbanization. See, global gender gap is reflecting on a few parameters. Okay. Now these index, they have their own fault. These index, they have their own fault. Like suppose if we talk about Pakistan, if we talk about Bangladesh, in reality, we see that the condition of women may not be very much good in those countries. As compared to that, the women may enjoy a greater security, a greater autonomy in various parts of India. But at the same time, what is the challenge? Like when we come to these reports, they are based on certain data. They are based on certain data. And that data is not very much in favor of India. Like suppose that you are very much intelligent. You are very much intelligent. You know all the NCERTs of class 6 to 10. You have revised all of them. You know about all these things. You are well aware about all those things. But when someone is looking at you for your job interview or any such interview, they will also be seeing first your mark sheet. They will first check your mark sheet. And that mark sheet, if it is not good, that perception changes from there. So sometimes these reports often have this fault that they might not be getting the exact picture. But then again, the reports are based on the facts and data only. Reports cannot be based just on the basis of survey. So that is one challenge. Okay. Now, coming to the next part, urbanization in India. So tell me one thing. When we talk about urbanization in India, it is believed that by 2060, by 2060, around 60% of the population of India is going to live in urban areas. Okay. What we see that by 2060, around 60% population, by 2060, around 60% population, this is going to live in urban areas. Okay. Why are people living in urban areas? The question is why. So here you may have read it traditionally that there are certain push factor. There are certain push factor and there is something pull factor. Push factor and pull factor. Why people are living in urban areas? There is a mix of push factor and pull factor. Push factor applies from the rural areas. Okay, that what we see that lack of economic opportunity, lack of economic opportunity in rural areas. Then what we see that lower agricultural productivity. Lower agricultural productivity. Big or increasing family size. Increasing family size. Disguised unemployment. And lack of basic amenities. These are the push factors. These are the push factors which are forcing the people to migrate from the rural areas to the urban areas. Lack of roads, lack of hospitals, lack of schools, lack of various other facilities. So these all factors are pushing the people towards the urban areas. And at the same time, there are pull factors like job options, education, health, quality of life. Okay. So these are certain pull factors which are pulling people towards the urban areas. So people have started migrating from the rural areas towards the urban areas, and what we see that by 2060, around 60% of our population is going to be urban population. But at the same time, what we see that in this case, in the case of urbanization in India, there are a number of challenges. Can you suggest, can you give me this point that what are the challenges? What are the challenges in urban areas in India? What are the challenges there? Prayagraj is waiting for me. I was just there in Prayagraj a few months ago in April. So, what are the challenges? If we talk about the urban areas, what are the challenges there? Pollution, yes. There are environmental challenges. Okay, we can see it one by one. There is multiple challenges. One is population related. What we see that overpopulated, high density, overpopulated, high density. Okay, so that is one part. Then we can look at this infrastructure. unplanned, hazardous, prone to disasters. Prone to disasters. Then we can see from the angle of environment. Air pollution, water stress and pollution, urban heat island. Urban heat island. Then from the economy section, what we see that from the economy section, now we see that there have been too much influx of people in the urban areas, so lower demand and higher supply of labor. Higher supply of labor, lower wages. Okay. Then we also see that saturation of opportunities, lack of basic amenities. Lack of basic amenities. People have migrated to urban areas in this search that they will be getting better quality of life. But in many of the urban areas, what we see that the quality of life is much more worse than any other place. If you are supposed to live in the outside in the village areas, that is much more better than the various houses built up in these urban areas. Okay. Then another challenge is transportation. Okay. Other challenges with respect to transportation. Transportation. So public transport, if we look at this, public transport in bad shape, higher cost, traffic jams, in economy, I can also mention one point, increasing cost of life. Increasing cost of living. So these all factors are there, from environment to infrastructure to population to economy to transportation. These all factors are there. Okay. And above all these things, there is a lack of governance challenge. Okay. The municipalities which are there, they have one single job in which they are quite good, and nowadays they are exceptionally good. They are good in demolition. Okay. Nowadays they have all got JCBs and all, so they are good in demolition. You will not find any such news article that any MCD or any municipal corporation has built a very super structure. There is no such news article that they have created a state-of-art like infrastructure for managing the sewage of any area, whether it is Mumbai, whether it is Bangalore or Delhi or Kolkata. They are the 4 major cities of the country. But every year the city gets flooded with water. So these municipal corporations having budget more than many countries of the world. Some of them are having budget more than countries of the world. So they are not able to have a good sanitation. But what they have demolition drives, they have clearances drive, they have drives of taking money from people. So they have got all these options. But you will never find a news article that any municipality in any part of the country have created a state of art sewage system, or have created any such very good like open areas or green areas for the residents. So it seems municipality is not acting for the citizens, it is acting against the citizens. Okay. So that is one thing. What we see, that lack of innovation, creation, and again the same old story from 1993 itself. The same old stories goes on. Lack of fund, function, and functionary. Even if they are having fund, then also they are not able to work. So now what we see, that issue of functionality. Issue of functionality. That they are not able to work properly. Earlier they were crying about this, that they have no fund, they have no function, they have no functionaries. So now they have got fund also, they have got function also, they have got functionaries also. So now the challenge is their functionality is not so optimum. So these are the challenges of urban areas. These are the challenges of urban areas in case of India. Now, of course, government has come with a number of schemes. Okay. So we are seeing just this one half of the story in today's session. In the next session, we will see the other half of the story, that what government has done and what more needs to be done. So we are just looking at this half part of the story right now. In the other session, in the next session on Monday, we will see the other half also, that what has been taken by, what option has been taken by government, and like what more needs to be done. So this is just one half of it. Okay. Last year Pune में भी आया था, yes. Now see, I am writing like here, I am writing this so that when you are making the notes, each and everything can be on one part, so that you can think about the different issues and then you can write about it in a little bit detail. I am not writing the answer, that's why I am trying to show it all on one single page. Okay. Now, coming to two smaller articles. One article is behind this AC temperature. So if we talk about AC, first of all, the temperature in Delhi has crossed 52 degrees Celsius last day. Okay. So it is very much warm in Delhi. Now what is happening, that due to this warm condition, due to this extreme hot or heat wave, now people are turning their AC at 17 degree, 18 degrees Celsius. Many of the external units of air conditioners are also catching fire. There is also many explosion in these AC units from place to place. So now the government is saying that we are going to fix the AC temperature. We are going to fix this AC temperature from around 20 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius. Okay. Government is saying that default AC setting, default will be made at 24 degrees Celsius. In fact, if you have purchased any air conditioner after 2020 or 21, you may have seen that most of them are coming with a default setting of 24 degrees Celsius. Like when I switch on my AC, it is getting switched on at 24 degrees itself. And see, there is this one thing, I have never felt the need to reduce it or to increase it. I simply switch on my AC at 24 degrees Celsius. Within 5 to 7 minutes, the room gets cooled and then it remains the same. I never had the need to increase it or decrease it. So it remains at 24, and even at 24, it is sufficiently good for sleeping over there. So government is saying that people should have this at 24 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, why this has been said? So let's see this. Okay, why all these things have been said? This is on the recommendation of Bureau of Energy Efficiency. This is as per the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. It says that each 1 degree Celsius increase in AC temperature saves 6% of electricity. If AC are set at 24 degrees Celsius, it could save 20 billion units per year of electricity in India. 20 billion units of electricity in India if all the people who are using AC, if they are using it at 24 degrees Celsius, it will save 20 billion units. Okay. It can also reduce 200 gigawatt of additional load by 2030. So our load on the system would also be less by 200 gigawatt. Okay. Plus, at the same time, there is also various scientific justification that why this should be at the lower temperature. Okay. So we see that if the temperature is below 18 degrees Celsius, there is a risk of higher hypertension, poor blood circulation, and even respiratory illness and thermoregulation issues. Okay. So if people are keeping the ACs at 18 degrees Celsius, it is causing problem like hypertension risk. It is also causing problems like poor blood circulation. It can have issues with respect to respiratory problems as well as thermoregulation issues of the body, especially for the infants, especially for the elderly. And if we talk about elderly, there is a case study example that 16% of people above 50 years in the United Kingdom who have lived below 18 degrees Celsius, they have got low cognitive function and poor health. So AC temperature is also causing problem for various things. It can cause cholesterol level also. It may also lead to hypertension issues, depression, anxiety, blood pressure related problems, and many more. So that's why government is saying that people can have a default setting of 24 degrees Celsius. And see, there is a risk. Like suppose that right now, if I am there in my studio and if the temperature is 24 degrees Celsius, so after 4 or 5 minutes, if I am going out of my home, so outside it is 50 degrees Celsius, inside it is 24 degrees Celsius. So when I go out immediately outside the room, it will again cause a risk. It will again be harmful. So that's why government is saying to have AC at like 24 degrees Celsius, not decrease it to 18 or 16. It may be much more harmful. So that is also one of the topic which we have to see. Okay. Now in the next session, we will talk about this IAEA also and the remaining topic on this urban issues. Okay. So today we are discussing only till here. In the next session, we are going to talk about this International Atomic Energy Agency as well as the urbanization and its solution. We have discussed the challenges. In the next session, we will discuss about the solution also. Okay. Yes, it can cause a stress on the body. Okay. So this was one topic in today's session. In today's session, we have talked about this. We have talked about the mains preparation. Those who have joined later, you can just go and see the video there. We have discussed about 25 also, 26 also. Then at the same time, we have seen some practice question, a model answer also we have discussed. So that also you can see. And then we have discussed these topics. Okay. So that will be all from my side. Okay. Thank you everyone. Library में AC 16 degree पर चलता है. And see, then there is a challenge that whenever you are coming out of the room, when you are suddenly coming out of the room, it may cause exposure risk. Okay. there is this issue, and when you are having it at 16 degree, then the problem is that uh, that AC will be continuously working, and especially in offices, in libraries, in institution, if the ACs are not given a break, then also it can cause risk. That is the risk with AC system. So that will be all for today. Enjoy the weekend, and do let me know, like after the session, you can let me know that in our classes, what else do you want, that what else we can incorporate, what other things we can add there. So add it in the comment box later, and let's meet on Monday then we will talk about the remaining things. Thank you so much. Take care. Jai Hind and all the best. Thank you. I just want okay, thank you so much Neelu. अध्ययन बैच 1 और 3 एक साथ होगा? नहीं, देखो, अध्ययन बैच इज रनिंग ऑन सेपरेटली. लास्ट ईयर द अध्ययन बैच वी हैव स्टार्टेड, देयर वी आर डिस्कसिंग मेंस स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक. In the Adhyan batch 3, that is aiming for mains 2026. Adhyan batch 1 aims at mains 25 or simply mains preparation. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care and all the best. Thank you.